Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Everything You Need to Know About Us. I am pretty darn sure that this is episode 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's either 5 or 4. I'm pretty sure it's 5. Anyway, guys, as you can tell by the thumbnail, today we're going to be talking about my trip to Ottawa. That is right. I went to the capital of my home country of Canada. Ottawa is a absolutely beautiful city. When we first got in, we thought it was kind of, kind of just messy and a little bit less, stated. But as we got into the city, it was beautiful with beautiful architecture. I'm just going to tell you about my trip day by day. Okay, guys, so the first thing we did was we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We all went to the car. Me, Chris, and Dad all went to the car. And we got there, and we were expecting Mom to be in the car, and she was not in the car. Okay, guys, so that's kind of a problem. So she ended up, doing her makeup and having to take time to do stuff like that. It's kind of normal for us when you have a mother like I do. She is cool, but it takes a while. So anyway, we ended up leaving at 6:30, and it was a huge drive. It took more than 5 hours to get there. More than 5 hours, guys. And it was just a ridiculous drive. Me and Chris started out in the backseat watching a movie on my portable DVD player, which had been playing for a really long time. It had been charging. So we took it off. We watched a movie. We're going to watch another one. We picked up so many movies so that we can just watch movies until we get there. Little did we know, the portable DVD thing only charges for about 4 hours. So that meant that we didn't get to watch all the movies. We only got to watch about 3.5 hours of them. So we started by watching Fighting with My Family. Then we went to watch The Greatest Showman, and then the low battery sign popped up. So we turned it off, and then we went to watch Looney Tunes cartoons. And then there was an unskippable ad, which is really long at the beginning of it, so we had to just forget about the whole thing. So anyway, then we started playing this game that I invented. I don't know if it's already been invented, but as far as I know, I invented it. And we made funny faces or danced or whatever to get people's attention, and then whoever would turn their head from their car while they were driving on the highway to look at you would the person that they turned to would get a point. So it ended up being 17-14, I think. Me 17 points, Chris 14 points. But then he just stopped playing as soon as that happened because he knew he was going down. Anyway, guys, as soon as we stopped at a couple places, a restaurant to get some food. I posted some social media stories or whatever. And then about 2 hours later, I fell asleep. Yep, I fell asleep. And when I woke up, there we were, the beautiful city of Ottawa. But at that time, we thought it was kind of messy, so we didn't really think it was beautiful. And then we got to our hotel, beautiful hotel, 5-star hotel. We stayed at the Sheraton Hotel, very far away from our house, but it was beautiful. It had all kinds of great service. And as soon as we got up to our room, we watched a little bit of TV, and then we checked out the pool, the fitness room, all the great stuff that are at hotels. And then we went down for supper because we got there around 4 o'clock, because it's a really long drive. Around 4, 5, 6, I don't know. But anyway, we went down the street to get some supper, and it was actually this thing called Busker Fest, which was really fun because we saw this guy, and he was doing tricks with, I don't know, 2 wooden poles, and then there's a string attached, and there's this pottery thing, and he throws it up in the air and catches it. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I only have a 6-7 clip of it, and me and Chris would always just go, because the guy would throw it up, catch it, and then go, so me and Chris, every time I played that clip, would listen very carefully to the guy and wait till he said, so that was kind of funny. So anyway, after we watched the bus screening, we went to this amazing restaurant called the Creperie, and it was just exquisite. It was just beautiful. I can't believe how great these crepes were. Okay, these crepes were like just delicious. I got this thing called chocolate crepe. Chris got nothing. Mom got this like just gelato ice cream, and it was just exquisitely beautiful. Okay? It was just beautiful. It was just amazingly beautiful. I can't stop praising this amazing thing. It's called the Creperie. Go down. It's in Ottawa. It's on Spark Street in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, guys. It is just beautifully made. I'm sorry. I was getting too much into the crepes and worshiping their amazing souls. JK, I'm Christian. We worship God. Anyway, so the next thing we did was we went back to the hotel room, ate our crepes. Delicious, delicious, delicious. And I posted a picture of the crepe on my Instagram story. Follow me at IBW13. And I said, yummy or not. And it was 80% of people thought it was yummy. But in my opinion, the picture kind of looked disgusting. But the food was magnificently beautiful. Okay, anyway, guys. The next thing we did was the next day. The next day was very exciting because the next day was the tour day. That's right, guys. So in the morning, we got up, we saw this tour bus thing, and we're like, hey, we want to go on this tour bus thing. Sounds pretty exciting. It's this thing called the Hop On, Hop Off tour. And you can go on the bus, have a tour, go to the location, and then just hop off to the location. So the first location was the War Museum, the official Canadian War Museum. It was just amazing. It was amazingly done. We got to see some real tanks. It was really cool. There were some volunteers explaining like what's going on there. It was just pretty cool. So anyway, then we went past, get ready guys, the Prime Minister's house. Unfortunately, it was during renovation, so the tour guide made a joke about we not being able to see him do push-ups in the front yard, which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, guys, we did go past the Prime Minister's house. Justin Trudeau. Anyway, after that, we stopped at the next place, which is the Royal Canadian Mint. And we had a tour down there. Unfortunately, phones were not allowed because there was some stuff down there that they don't want people knowing. So I am going to respect their tradition, and I'm just going to talk about what happened when we weren't on the tour. If you want to know what happens when you are on the tour, just go. It's in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Royal Canadian Mint. Anyway, guys, so we went up, and there's pictures of there's these cardboard, wooden cutouts and with your face, and there's a Canadian silver coin, and then there's a Captain Canuck coin. And for all you Americans or anyone who's not Canadian that's watching my videos, Captain Canuck is the Canadian super. You have Captain America and stuff, and we have Captain Canuck. Now, he's not nearly as famous, and he only has comics. He doesn't have a movie as far as I know. I don't really pay attention to him, but I know of him, and there's a couple pictures posted on Instagram of that. And then anyway, we went into the building and where the tour is, and there was this real 24-karat gold bar. Of course, it was attached to a pole, and you could see if you could lift it. So it was actually about 30 pounds, and I successfully lifted it. Well, and it wasn't like a squat lift. It was more like a bicep curl type thing with two arms. And I successfully lifted it, and there's a picture of me doing it. And my mom actually said I was shaking while I was doing that, which is kind of funny. So anyway, then we went past the Aviation Museum, which is basically space and planes and stuff. And I wanted to go on there, but Dad was in the bottom, so we couldn't get off. So anyway, that night we went to... I actually can't remember where we went. Oh yeah, we went to another restaurant. I cannot actually remember what this one was called. I legitimately don't remember, guys. I don't remember where we went for the, I seriously, I feel like it was the creperie, but oh yeah, I remember. We went to a poutine truck. Yeah, that's right, guys. Poutine, or poutine. That's actually how it's said in Quebec. And it was real Quebec-made poutine. Also, on the tour bus, we went to Quebec like 5 minutes into it, and that was pretty cool because we saw some of Quebec. But anyway, I know I've been saying anyway a lot, but anyway, so we went there, we got some poutine, it was great. Then that night was Sunday night, so there wasn't much to watch on TV, so we basically just fell asleep watching YouTube on our tablets. Fast forward to the next day. The next day was pretty cool too. The next day, this was our last full day there, and of course, we went to the Aviation Museum. We basically just got in the car early in the morning, traveled to the Aviation Museum. We're basically there all day. There's pictures of the planes and stuff and cool planes that I saw there. Also on my Instagram right now at IBW13. And then we went to Mom's cousin's, I think, house, and that was pretty cool because one of their daughters studies special effects, so that was pretty cool. I thought I heard of her. She studies special effects, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, oh my gosh, I'm saying anyway way too much. And then it came Tuesday. Unfortunately, Tuesday we had to leave. Cue booing, cue sadness. Anyway, Tuesday we had to leave. It was a sad morning. I'm joking. It was a happy morning because we actually went and had hotel breakfast and it was amazing. The hotel staff there just cook amazingly, and we talked to the chef and they're doing like a kitchen renovation and it's super exciting and he's super excited for it. And then we went home for 10 more hours. And then I went home and started talking about our trip to Ottawa. Basically, I just went home, grabbed my phone, and started talking to you guys. Anyway, guys, that has been another episode of Everything You Need to Know About Us, my trip to Ottawa. It was a great trip. I am so glad I actually went, and it was totally worth it, and I had a lot of fun. But wait, I forgot. On Monday night, no. On Sunday night, there was this amazing, spectacular, amazing performance. And it was called the Northern Lights. And what they did is they put lights on the Parliament building and told the story of Canada. It was magnificent. There were so many amazing, spectrums, and there was a bunch of times where they went back in time to show you the whole story over again from another perspective. It's beautiful, and I have amazing pictures of the Parliament building on my Instagram. But anyway, guys, that concludes it. Thank you for watching another episode of Everything You Need to Know About Us, episode 5, my trip to Ottawa. I'm sorry I did this. I'm doing this alone. Chris was supposed to do it, but he decided he didn't want to, and we were getting too close to his house, so he did not have time. Anyway, guys, this has been another episode of Everything You Need to Know About Us, episode 5, my trip to Ottawa. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a positive comment, and a like. Peace!